Good morning, students. In today's session, we are going to learn about the lesson number 3, that is fiber to fabric. Let us start with introduction. All of you want the clothes according to the climate conditions of our surrounding. For example, in summer, we wear the cotton clothes. Why we wear the cotton clothes? Because in summer, these cotton clothes are good absorber of the sweat and make us feel comfortable. Okay. In rainy season, we use the raincoats, rubber boots and umbrellas to prevent ourselves from getting wet. Similarly, in case of winter season, we wear the thick woolen clothes to keep our body warm. So there are different types of clothes which we wear according to the climatic conditions. So different types of fibers are present. Out of that, there are two types of fibers, that is natural fibers and the man-made fibers. The natural fibers are of two types. These are plant fiber and animal fibers. Okay, the plant fibers, for example, cotton, jute, and the animal fibers, the examples are wool and silk. So there are different types of animal fibers. So in this chapter, we will see about the animal fibers. The next topic is animal fiber. See, this name animal fiber suggests itself that the fibers which are derived from the animals, that are known as animal fibers. So mainly there are two types of animal fibers. The first one is wool and second silk. See, wool is obtained from the animals such as sheep, goat, camel, yak, and the wool yielding animals. They can bear wool as a hair on their body. Okay, and silk, which is also the second animal fiber, that silk is obtained from the silkworms. Now let us see this one by one in details. That's the first one, fiber, animal fiber is wool. Let us start with the introduction. See, wool is the soft, thick hair which grows on the bodies of sheep and some other animals. So, why they are soft and thick hairs? See, the reason behind this is the air gets trapped air in the air spaces between that hair, so they can keep the animals warm in cold weather. So the main source of wool is sheep. Okay, although it is also obtained, the main source of wool is the sheep, but it is also obtained from rest of the animals like camel, goat, yak. So there is one term regarding these sheep, that is the fleece. So what do you mean by the fleece? See, the thick covering of wool on the sheep is called as fleece. The thick covering of wool or the hair on the sheep is called as fleece. So there are two types of fleece. See, the first one is soft under hair part which is close to the skin. Okay, one part is soft under hair which is close to the skin and another is hard upper hair part. So usually the under hair part is used to prepare the soft type of wool. Okay, while the wool is generally creamy white in color. Okay, so although some of the breeds produced natural colors such as black, brown, silver and random some of the mixed colors. Okay, so this is about the wool. Now the next one is animals that yield wool. Okay, see, there are different types of animals which yield wools. So according to that, so the different types of quality and prices of wool are there. The quality of wool is determined by various factors like fiber, like the diameter of that fiber, color and fiber and strength. Okay, diameter of that fiber, color and how strong that fiber is. So the fiber diameter is the most important wool characteristic which determines the quality of wool and the price of wool. So the finest and the most valuable wool which we get from the merino. Merino, it is the breed of sheep from the Spain. Okay, it is the type of sheep which is known as merino, which is from the Spain, and the wool which come from this sheep merino is of finest and most valuable wool. Okay, so on an average, the sheep produces 2 to 30 pounds of the wool annually, but the amount of wool that a sheep produces, it depends upon its breed. Means what kind of that breed is, what kind of nutrition they have, and their shearing intervals. Okay, so the lambs means these are the young sheep. They can produce less wool than the mature animals. Okay, so due to their larger size, that means rams means the adult male sheep. Adult male sheep is also known as ram. That due to large size of these adult male sheep, that is ram, they produce more wool. Okay, and the adult female sheep is known as ewes. So that ewes of the same age and breed, they can also produce more wool. But but in comparison to this female sheep, male sheep gives more amount of wool because of their large size. So in India, different types of climates are there in different regions. So all the type of climate do not suit all these kind of breeds. Okay, so the different breeds exist different regions. Okay, so the we all know that although sheep wool is the most available wool in the market, but we also get wool from some of the other animals also, which are also the popular wool. Let us see first yak wool. See the yak wool. Yak is a type of cattle with long hair and long horn. So they are found mainly in the Tibet. So the yak wool is popular in the Tibet and Ladakh. The next one is the Angora wool. See, it is obtained from the Angora goat. See in this picture, Angora goat. So that Angora wool is obtained from the Angora goat or the rabbits found in the hilly regions of the Jammu and Kashmir. So Angora wool is extremely soft, warm and fluffy. So the fibers from the Angora goat is called as mohair. See, the wool which we get or the fiber which we get from the Angora goat is called mohair. Mohair is famous for its lightweight, warmth and durability. So this wool is specially used to prepare the sweaters and soft coverings for the furnitures. Okay, so this is all about the Angora wool. The next one is the cashmere wool. See, the wool which is obtained from the bellies of the cashmere goat, which is found in Tibet and China, is called as cashmere wool. Okay, the wool which obtained from the cashmere goat and which is found in the Tibet and China, that wool is known as cashmere wool. So this wool is one of the most expensive. Why it is most expensive? Because it is extremely soft and easy to dye. The next one is the camel wool. So the camel wool, the fur on the body of camel, okay, that is also used as a wool. So see this picture of camel. So that fur is used as a wool, and this wool is sometimes left in its original color because of its natural beauty. So this is all about the animals which can yield the wool. So there are also llama and alpaca. These animals, they are of the camel family. They are also found in the South America. They also yield the wool which is also soft and warm. This is all about the animals that yield wool. See, this is the table which gives some of the Indian breeds of the sheep. In that, see, first one is the name of the breed, Lohi. which has the quality of wool, that is the good quality of wool it gives, and where it is present, the state where it is found, in Rajasthan and Punjab, this Lohi type of breed is found. The next one is the Rampur Busher type of breed. It is found in the Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, and it gives the brown fleece. That means this quality of that wool. Next one is the Nali. This is the uh, breed of sheep which is found in the Rajasthan, Haryana, and Punjab, which gives the wool for the carpet. Okay. The next one is the Bhakarwal. This is also the Indian breed of sheep which is found in the Jammu and Kashmir. The wool which get from this breed is used for the woolen shawls. Okay. The next one is the Marwari. This breed is found in the Gujarat and it is used for the coarse wool. Now the next one is the Pathanwadi. This wool is used for the hosiery and it is found in the Gujarat. The next one is the extraction of wool. See, the process of turning wool into fabric. Okay, we all know about till we know that the wool which we get from the animals. So after getting that wool from the animal, that wool goes into certain processes. That means from that wool we get the fabrics. So how that fabrics we get, this is all we see in this topic, that is extraction of wool. See, the process of turning wool into the fabric has several steps that have been refined with the times. So the wool production includes certain steps. That means first one is the shearing. See, what do you mean by the shearing? See in this figure, in this picture, the process of removing wool from the body of the sheep is called shearing. Whenever that wool is removed from that sheep, that process is known as shearing. So shearing of sheep is usually done annually. Okay, so very sharp blades are run close to the sheep's skin for removing the coat of the wool, and sometimes the sheep are washed before the shearing to pull out some of the natural lanolin which is present in that hair, and that get removed the large pieces of the debris. So the the shearer, they can try as far as possible to remove the fur in one piece. That means without harming that animal. See, in this kind of process, that is in the shearing process, animal doesn't get any kind of harm during this cutting of hairs. Why? Because the upper surface of animal, the skin of that upper surface is dead, due to which animals can't get any kind of harm. Just like of your haircut. During haircut, do you get any kind of harm? No. So just like that, animals also don't get harm during this process. The next one is the scoring. See, this process involves the washing of sheared wool thoroughly with the soap water. The wool which we get from the shearing process, that wool is washed in the process of scoring. So that washed with the soap water, so to remove all the unwanted and the greasy material. So this wool is then dried and passed through the rollers. The next one is the sorting. After passing through the rollers, the sorting of that wool takes place. How? See, now the wool is divided into the sections and graded on the basis of their quality. What kind of quality of their, on the basis of that they can grade and divided into the sum of the sections. So wool of the same quality, the wool which is of same quality, they can separated out, and that wool of the same quality is processed together to obtain the different types of textiles. After that sorting, the next one process is the combing. See, the sorting process is followed by the combing. So in which the wool is combed to pull the fibers into alignment and to remove the chunks of material which may be caught in it. So in the combing process, the wool, the wool which we get from the sorting, that wool is combed so that it can pull the fibers into the alignment, and from that the some of the chunk is removed, and chunk that means the chunk material which is present in that which get removed, and this comb wool is then run through the very fine wire brushes to line the fibers up, pull out short segments and give the fibers their final shape, okay, and direction. So in combing process we get the fine fiber like structure, and the final shape and direction is used to that fibers in the combing process. Now in the next one is the making yarn. See, the fibers are then spun into the threads or the yarn for weaving, okay, for weaving, crocheting or knitting. So the width of that finished thread which we get is depends on how it is handled during the spinning. Okay, the spinning is occurs in the making of yarn process, so the quality of the wool depends on the breed of the sheep, and it is decided on the basis of thickness, length, strength, color and shine of that wool. So this is all about the extraction of wool. So after that, after making this fine quality of fiber, we can make the different types of sweaters from that fibers, okay, and most of the clothes. This is all about the extraction of wool.